Monday, April 5th, and you are watching the News at Noon. I am Caleb Benoit alongside Dennis Yanka. Dennis, Mike Fry is on vacation this week, but his column appears in today's edition of the paper. Dennis, he writes about John Oates, as in Hall & Oates, the musical band. I'm told they were pretty popular back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, they had a day.
They had a day. He is married to a local woman, and he makes his way here in Kankakee every once in a while. Kind of a cool story.
Yeah, and Mike seemed very pumped up about this.
He was. He was very excited. You know, they had been playing phone tag a little bit. He finally got a hold of Oates when he called on Friday. He was pretty pumped up.
Oh, that whole phone tag thing was, that will give us conversation for a long time.
It will. Dennis, it's not every day that you make an appearance here on the News at Noon, but since you are here today, I understand you have a list of things you want to talk about here.
Well, I want to cover a lot. How about Duke and Butler tonight? You got a pick?
Big game. I think I'm going with Duke.
Oh, okay.
I want Butler, but I think Duke's a better.
That's all of us thinking that way. What about baseball today?
Big day, big opening game. NCAA championship and opening day on the same day. I don't know what to do.
Right. In 25 days till the Kentucky Derby.
I got that on my calendar.
That's too much going on. And the front page is filled with some good stuff. You've got a good paper today.
You can read about all these stories and more in today's edition of the Daily Journal. In the meantime, we're going to check in with Sean Loftus. He is our weather guy, and he has the forecast. Sean, take it away.
Wait, okay. Hi, everybody. How's it going? This is Sean Loftus. I am your videographer and weather guy for the Daily Journal. And, I don't know, we were just hanging out with, I don't know what his name is. Well, anyway, let's get into the forecast for the next 3 days. Today, we're looking at a high of 75 degrees with a low of 60. We're going to have possible showers in the afternoon with some clouds coming in, not warming in, even though the weather is going to be warm. Tonight is going to be mostly cloudy, very breezy, but pretty nice temperatures with about 60 for a low. That'll take us into Tuesday with a high of 82 degrees, a low of 59. It's going to be windy throughout most of the day, very, very warm, with clouds mixed with some sunshine. The clouds will increase slightly, and it'll get down to mild temperatures later that evening. That'll take us into Wednesday with a high of 67 degrees, low of 44. As you notice, we're going from the 70s to the 80s to the 60s. We're all over the map this week. It's going to be mainly cloudy, breezy, and cooler with some possible rain and drizzling conditions later on Wednesday evening. Anyway, that has been your AccuWeather forecast for the next 3 days. I guess I'll just continue to hang out with the bronze newsstand boy, I guess. That's what we'll call him for today. But anyway, we will now kick it back to the newsroom.
Dennis, we're back, and everyone's favorite former governor, Rod has been kicked off Celebrity Apprentice. This does not come as a surprise to anyone who has seen highlights of the show.
I'm surprised he lasted this long.
Now, the clip I saw was like a promo, and it had him sitting in front of the computer, and he was pecking away at the keyboard as if he did not know how to work this computer.
It was embarrassing. I watched part of it, and he explained, no, I've never done that email thing. That email thing, that's been around a while,
It's been around, and this is a man who was elected not once, but twice to run the state of Illinois.
Oh, it was embarrassing. They were doing a thing with Harry Potter promos at Universal Studios, and I think anybody in this room, anybody in this town could have done a better job. Maybe in that aspect, and also at running the state of Illinois.
I'm glad I didn't watch any more than the promo, or I would have been more angry about that than I may have been about Bob Dylan.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know that Bob Dylan thing was working.
It is. Well, you can check out today's edition of the Daily Journal. Subscribe by calling us at 815-937-3322. Till tomorrow, you stay classy.
We will kick it back to Mike and Caleb in the newsroom. No?
Mike's not there.
Mike's not there? Yeah, right. Mike's not there. Kindly enough to tell you. But anyway, this has...
This is Sean Loftus.
Probably break my foot, yeah.
I'm kidding. You don't need to explain to me that you kicking the statue is going to hurt you more than the statue. I realize this.